Look, inequality isn't some abstract thing happening to other people. It's sitting right across the table from you, messing with everything you've worked for. You feel it every day, how the gap between those at the top and everyone else just keeps stretching, tearing at communities, markets, entire systems. It's not just numbers on a chart, it's the tension in boardrooms, the frustration in your teams, the growing skepticism that no matter how much you hustle, something bigger and broken is grinding down the playing field. And yeah, that tension doesn't stay quiet forever. It explodes in social unrest, in politics that feel hostile to business, in trust that gets crushed under what seems like endless unfairness. You know this, you live it, but here's the brutal truth nobody says out loud. If you care only about profits without thinking how the game is changing under your feet, you're driving us all toward crisis. You can't ignore that inequality fuels instability like gasoline on a fire. You want stable markets, you want predictable growth. You want your innovations to take root and your startups to scale, then you have to make sure the system doesn't blow up on you. So what do? Stop pretending fix-it policies from politicians will save you. Stop hoping vague goodwill or taxes will do the heavy lifting. You need a strategy that fights inequality by flipping the script, by building opportunities that no one else sees. Here's how. First, invest in scalable talent pipelines that aren't based on who you know or where you come from, but pure ability and hunger. This means smashing hiring biases and actually giving people real shots, no resume fluff, just raw skill meeting massive challenge. Next, rethink your capital allocation like a sniper, not a broad net. Fund ventures and founders who are solving the real divide, education tech for underserved groups, decentralized finance that puts power back in individual hands, sustainable enterprises lifting whole communities. The market doesn't have to be a survival of the richest club. You can fuel an ecosystem where growth is more widespread because you back ideas that expand opportunity, not just margin. You also have to create new networks, exclusive, yes, but different from the old boys club stuff. Networks where founders, investors, and leaders who get this crisis can move faster and build stronger. You surround yourself with people who refuse to accept the status quo, people who push you to do better, think smarter, connect deeper, because no one changes the game alone. Finally, demand transparency and fairness inside your own ventures. If your teams feel like they get shut out, if decision-making looks rigged, you're sowing the seed of collapse inside your own house. Lead with processes that reward merit relentlessly, but also value diversity and genuine inclusion, not just the surface kind. This cuts the risk that inequality makes your own people restless, or worse, switches their loyalty elsewhere. This isn't about charity or doing good, it's about survival and dominance in a world that won't stay quiet while half of it falls behind. If you don't act, social instability will hit supply chains, crash markets, and burn your long-term vision down. But if you do, you turn inequality from a threat into a growth engine. You help build a system that's stronger because it's fairer, smarter, more dynamic. The clock is ticking and the stakes are clear. You need to rethink how you invest your time, money, and relationships right now. Focus on actual systemic moves, real connections, targeted funding, ruthless meritocracy that tackle inequality with surgical precision. That's the only way to keep control of the future instead of watching it spiral away. If this doesn't hit hard, then nothing will. But if it does, then get ready to act like your life and our common future depends on it, because it does. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit the featured link to discover more.